What's up, guys? This is Jay from Generation Geek, and today I'm coming to you guys with another most powerful feat list for no other than Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Now, some of you may know Johnny and the Thing Ben Grimm have recently been added to the Marvel Rivals roster, and Johnny being as a DPS is becoming a super popular character already, so I thought it would be cool to do a most powerful feat list on Johnny Storm, and you guys can actually see how powerful he really is. But first, of course, if you guys are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the Geek fam. We would love to have you. Now, obviously, Johnny being part of Fantastic Four, we know that he got his powers from the cosmic rays from the ship event that happened, which come to find out later was actually an experiment from this whole other race of beings from like, it feels like the microverse or something like that, where they shot the rays at them intentionally, and it was like this whole prophecy thing. But that was in like recent Fantastic Four comic books. But Johnny seems to be like just a simple fire guy, can fly, shoot, fireballs and stuff like that. But he actually is a lot more complex than what meets the eye. Now, if we were to compare like Johnny to, like a mutant, like an Omega level mutant, like Johnny is an Omega level threat to the planet. Like Johnny Storm himself literally is powerful enough to destroy the entire planet. Yes, his supernova blast, which is like his most overpowered move, like it's a move that he used even against Ultron himself. Now, this was an Ultron, I believe it was Battle World, but this Ultron still had the adamantium shell, and literally Johnny was able to go supernova and take out Ultron by obviously not melting the shell, but melting whatever was inside of the shell. And as you guys know, Ultron is a super powerful villain, super powerful robot that was able to take on the entirety of the Avengers all by himself, and in some realities has completely taken over like the Age of Ultron. So Johnny being able to solo Ultron is a big deal, but we've seen Johnny literally, we see him set ablaze an entire planet-sized object. So like Johnny's power, yes, is worldwide, global-wide, like Omega level types of power with the amount of control that he has over his abilities. And of course, being part of Fantastic Four, Johnny has went against some of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, as the Fantastic Four are obviously a space-faring team. They go out into space and they deal with all these threats. Galactus, the heroes of Galactus, any type of cosmic threat that you can think of, the Fantastic Four face and Johnny has faced. So we've seen him literally knock the Silver Surfer on his butt, and we know how powerful the Silver Surfer is. I mean, able to terraform and destroy entire planets with one blast and take out entire armadas of ships. We've seen him able to go toe-to-toe with Dr. Doom numerous times. I mean, he even has high durability. He's been able to take blasts from him. He's been able to destroy Doom's force field himself. And another underrated thing about Johnny is that people, see him as the fire god, but he actually has this shield of heat always wrapped around him at all times, which is so strong that he even comments that nothing short of an atomic bomb can get through. So even bullets, energy blast, that's how he's able to survive all the hits and stuff that he takes and all the blasts he takes, because he literally has a heat field around him to take in the energy. And not only can he dish it out, and back to atomic bomb comment, he was actually to absorb all of the energy from an atomic bomb, like an A-bomb. Literally, Johnny Storm was able to suck it all in within himself. We've seen him go full Nova on the entirety of the Annihilation Wave, and I believe it's the comic in which Johnny died, which was written by Jonathan Hickman, I believe, in which he sacrificed himself, to stay behind, to save Ben and save Franklin and all the other kids and stuff of the Future Foundation, and literally took on the entire Annihilation Wave by himself. Now, usually the Annihilation Wave is like darn near limitless, so of course he couldn't get them all, but he literally wiped out a good chunk of them and literally kept fighting, and then died, and then Annihilation brought him back and stuff like that. So Johnny didn't stay dead for too long. He also has great control over his heat ability, so people think it's just like blasting fire and stuff like that. No, Johnny is able to make clones of himself, which are so good that they keep him full, like the likes of Dr. Doom, who obviously is a super intelligent being. He's able to make these clones like fight against Galactus, again able to trick Galactus to where Galactus is just shooting all of them because he don't know which one is real. He's able to create mirages, so like times he's able to create a mirage of like dynamite with all of these workers, and they believe that it was actual dynamite, but it really wasn't. It was just Johnny Storm manipulating the heat to make a mirage. He's able to have such control over his heat abilities that he can raise his own body temperature from absolute zero. He's able actually to augment his own strength. He can double his own strength with the heat inside of him. So yes, he is superhumanly strong as well. Obviously, he's able to turn things like sand into glass with his heat. He was able to go toe-to-toe against She-Hulk and take her out and do all his little tricks against her, able to melt the mud and cement that she was in and things like that. Johnny Storm Similar to Bobby Drake Iceman away, he's even able to absorb the heat from your body and completely freeze you. So yes, like beings like Graviton, who we've done videos and versus battles with against Magneto. Graviton is an extremely powerful being, literally a fundamental force of nature with gravity itself. And he was able to absorb the heat from Graviton and literally made Graviton flee. Like Graviton has been able to lift entire cities all over the world, like of Texas and, you know, Italy and all these other places. Like Graviton is super, like, supremely powerful, and Johnny Storm literally by himself was able to make this man run in fear like a child. He can even take the moisture from your body, like literally can absorb all of the water and moisture from your body and make your skin crack. And obviously if your skin crack, it bleeds. Like he literally can do like some really torturous things to people if he really was to cut loose, aside from just like burn them. If he really wants to like get some information out of you, like Johnny can just like absorb you until like your skin cracks and bleeds. Like he really is extremely dangerous. He can do like tactile things like slowing people's descent by creating updrafts. He literally was able to go against Hydra Man. So people think, you know, water beats fire, but not against Johnny. It's one of like the first things he learned how to do for himself is how to combat the elements, which of course was water. And he's able to go against beings like Hydra Man and literally like turn Hydra Man into steam and to ice. Like literally was able to completely control him and do whatever he wants. Now I don't think the same thing will happen against Iceman, because Iceman has a bit fair control of his powers of will. So it'll be interesting to actually see these two go all out against each other, and I might do a versus battle with them two one day. But yeah, when it comes to Johnny's powers, he's like super underrated with just how tactile and how precise he can be with the things he can do. People think he's a dummy, but no, Johnny is actually smart. You only can get smarter by hanging around people like Sue Storm and Reed Richards. So like people just think he's just like this handsome, you know, jock type of guy, you know, high hit, but he's really actually pretty intelligent when it comes to the use of his powers. Like there was just one instance in which he froze the entire top floor of the Baxter building by just absorbing all of the heat and then released it into like this huge big explosion. He's even able to like absorb different types of like unique and exotic types of energies, like Blastar, who's his being from Negative Zone. He has like explosive hand power. And basically he was shooting at Johnny, and Johnny was able to absorb the explosions and then shoot it back at Blastar as he, so yes, he can absorb different types of energy as well. He's even able to absorb flames and fire from actual fire elementals. Like he's literally overpowering people who are in like the same field of him as far as power, and literally is able to defeat them easily with like no effort at all. So beings like Pyro or Sunfire, honestly, I don't think they can stand against the power of the Human Torch himself. And that is my list. Did you guys know that Johnny Storm was this powerful? I did not. I knew he had the raw power, but I didn't know the finesse that he actually had with his power. So it was quite interesting doing this feat list. And who else would you guys like to see me do a feat list on? Leave that in the comments below. And as always, if you guys are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the Geek fam. We will love to have you. I have been Jay from Generation Geek. Y'all be blessed, and peace. What's up, guys? This is Jay. As you guys know, we love making content for you guys, but as we're starting to notice, many of you are watching, but many of you are not subbing. So why not join the Geek fam? Come rock with us. Just hit that sub button, hit the bell. We'll love to have you. Y'all be blessed. Peace.